All right, good afternoon. Brandon Robinson here with a tornado warning, cutting into the regular coverage with severe weather coverage. We're going to continue to see, again, the forecast very evolving quickly. This tornado warning goes until, I believe, about 4:15 or a little bit later there. Cameron, give me actually, we're past 4:15, about 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock here for parts of Pulaski County. That includes the city of Somerset. So if you're in this polygon, be your safe spot right now. They just issued this just a few minutes ago. There it is for us. That includes Nancy. That includes Somerset. That includes Shopville. Again, goes all the way out toward Mount Victory there, just north of Burnside. So anybody along the 27 corridor right there. Again, tornado precautions. We are watching this. It's a very strong system. We've been watching this all afternoon. Not a whole lot of rotation showing up, but if there's anything going on, it is probably right here. And exactly, right where he's circling right there. Thanks, Cameron, for that. Right there along, that is just north of, what is that road, Cameron?
Highway 761.
Highway 761. So if you're seeing them, this is southwest of Nancy at this point, but this would move directly toward Somerset if it stays on its current track. So if you're in the city of Somerset, you've got just a few minutes to get to that safe spot. This is kind of broad. It's tightening up a little bit. Weather Service Office at Jackson saw that, and they decided to pull the trigger on this one. We've been watching a line of showers and storms trying to fire up all day long. Let me step this way so we can see if we have any debris being lofted. Kind of looks like
out at me yet.
Yeah, it's
noisy.
It's noisy. Yeah, you're right on that one. So again, we're continuing to watch this there. 761, I can actually see better from this angle there. We're looking again at just southwest of Nancy. Anywhere where you see those darker colors, that's a lot of rain, potentially for some hail. So again, if you're in those areas, just be inside regardless, and then take your tornado safety precautions because it's a potent system that is working its way towards Somerset. Cameron, what's the speed on that?
Brent, this is moving 25 miles per hour to the east. I also want to mention this also has hail up to 2 inches in diameter. So
I see, just looking at that color, I figured that would be the case.
That's larger than quarter-sized hail. So that's some pretty large hail moving into downtown Somerset. I'll go ahead and put on a track for this, and this is moving east around 25 miles per hour. So just let's give a little bit of a track here. These times might not be, no, it's not right just yet. Let me adjust that here in the back and redo that. That was a little bit quicker than what I wanted it to be. So here we go, one more time. So moving off to the east at 25 miles per hour. So if you were in Somerset, that puts it near you about 4:54, so about 14 minutes. But do not wait. Go ahead and go to your safe place now in Somerset. That's the lowest floor of your home, near the center, away from windows, a small room like a hallway, a closet, a bathroom. All those are great places to be in, as we don't have any confirmation of a tornado on the ground, but it doesn't take long for that to happen.
Exactly. This is what we talked about earlier, and we were, I'll be real honest with you, the weather team was very surprised that the SPC went from basically nothing to enhanced there at 2 o'clock this morning, but we can see why now because we've been watching the system move throughout today, and we're seeing now this tornado warning coming up into play as we head into the forecast. So again, if you are in Somerset, you need to get into your safe spot right now. It's going to be right on your doorstep there around 4:54. Cameron, if you want to mute your mic there for just a second, we can hear you out in the hallway if you don't care. But again, we're going to continue to kind of we're going to see that heading toward the city of Somerset. So if you're in Somerset, this is a very dangerous situation. As Cameron said just a minute ago, we have decent sized hail. This tornado warning goes for a little bit longer, but we want you to take your safe precautions right now. You see some of the communities impacted. Oak Hill at 4:48. Somerset at 4:54. You've got about 14 minutes or less to get into your safe spots there in Somerset. Anybody in Pulaski County, you need to be in your safe spot right now. Downstairs, under something sturdy, lowest level of your home. Basements are best. If you don't have a basement, find another shelter in the middle of your house. If you live in a mobile home, get out. It's not a great place to be, especially in a warning like this. We've had the possibility for strong winds. We've had the possibility for a lot of action going on there today. So again, this is a very dangerous situation. That tornado warning, again, looking here at the chat. I'm going to scoot over here for just a second, the way I can tell you exactly. Let's see here. That goes until 5 o'clock. So tornado warning until 5 o'clock. Let me take this back off here for just a second. I'm going to clear this off so we can kind of see some of the other things. Cameron had to step out of the room for just a second, so I'm running radar. Give me just a second, and we will kind of zoom in a little bit, take a look at some other different things. So we're going to zoom back in here, kind of give you a better view as we head deeper into the forecast. But again, let's go to velocity real quick right here and switch back over and see what we see. Now, again, it's a little bit broader. It's basically right here where these reds and greens are coming together. So just to the south of Nancy, right there is the area we're watching. This is going to move in the general direction of Somerset. So if you were in Somerset, if you're along Highway 80, if you're along Highway 27, US 27 there, heading out of town, this is coming right at you. So you definitely need to be in your safe spot as quick as possible. Okay, so very, very important. Need to get to that safe spot. So let me clear this back out, back this back off. Again, this goes until 5 o'clock. Tornado warning for Pulaski County includes the cities of Nancy, Somerset, and then back over towards Shopville. Let me go back to radar here. Get our view back up here. Okay, so again, a lot of folks in the path of this. Big system, lots of hail, potential there for 2-inch hail. I think that's what Cameron said. All right, got a new alert coming in. Let's see what we've got here. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see. I think it's just a continuation of the current tornado warning.
Okay, we're good.
But Somerset, you need to be in your safe spot right now. Right now, okay? So don't wait.
They've actually upgraded that hail to 2.5 inches.
Okay, so that was the new update.
This is very large hail.
Yeah.
Look.
Wow. So yeah, you need to, especially if you are south of Nancy, we're showing 2.7 inch hail right there. So if you're southwest of Nancy, if you're along the...
And this is moving towards Somerset. So heads up, downtown Somerset, large hail. If there's no tornado, there's damaging hail.
Right.
Moving into downtown.
Can you pull the Somerset cam up when you get a second?
Give me 1 second.
Yeah, we'll give them just a second. We got a camera thanks to our friends at Speda, downtown Somerset. We'll try to get that pulled up for here. But this is massive hail, more than 2.5 inches. This is large, folks. This is basically a dangerous situation.
I may have to refresh it, but let me see if it works without that.
That's fine. Let's see what we got here.
If it works.
If we have to refresh it, we'll refresh it. If it doesn't, we'll come back to it. We'll come back to it here in a second. Take me back to radar, and we'll get that fixed up for you there. But we've got that camera downtown Somerset, and we'll continue to track that. There's our outlook right now. You still have, again, the 3 out of 5 there to the west, and then the 2 out of 5 basically for the rest of us. Back in on the tornado warning, you'll see there, again, anywhere in this purple, that is dangerous, dangerous size hail. So even if there is not a tornado on the ground, we've seen no indication of that at this point. The hail is going to be enough to damage cars. It's going to be enough to damage roofs. So try to get your cars inside if you can, especially if you're in Somerset. Try to get them under something. You've got a little bit of time, but you don't have a whole lot. This system moving about 30 miles per hour right into downtown Somerset. So you need to be taking those safe precautions.
Yeah, if you guys know anybody in Somerset, give them a heads up. This is some very large hail that's moving their way.
So we're continuing to track this. Evan Hatter joining us right now. He's going to be in here just a second, getting on the board there. Let me back off here just a sec. There you go. Okay, so there you go. So basically, if you know anybody living along US 27 in Somerset, if you know anybody living back toward the Howell Rogers Parkway, he's going to put a track on to step out here so you can see those communities. Somerset, you've got about 10 minutes. Evan, if you'll mute your mic real fast so you set up there, we can hear you. There you go. All right, so if we can see that there, Somerset 456, 506 for the Sugar Hill community, Grundy at 510. So again, you've got a little bit of time, but not a whole lot. Shopville 517. These are some of the more populated communities there, and you can see the times. But Somerset is the biggest one of the biggest cities in our region. So 456, even if there is not a tornado, you're going to have massive hail heading towards you that can cause just as much damage than a tornado. Okay, so be in a safe spot right now. Be inside, even if it's just hail. But you are in a tornado warning until 5 o'clock. So again, take those safety precautions. Make sure they're taken care of. Cameron.
Just a heads up, 2.5 inch hail, that's the size of tennis balls.
Okay.
So we're talking about very large hail coming into downtown Somerset right now and over the next few minutes. So I'm trying to work on that, getting that camera up, Brandon, to give me a few more minutes.
Okay.
And I'll get that camera up.
If you want to switch to the other source and try to work on it there.
Yeah.
And we'll just, and if you could take over running radar for just a minute, and we'll kind of tag team this thing and we'll continue to track it for you. But again, cannot warn you fast enough.
Can we track it on 1? Because we had this up on 2.
Okay.
That'd be easier.
Can we switch over to 1 or 2 rather, Josh?
Oh, yeah, that's what I meant too. Sorry about that.
Yeah, can we switch over to 2 there for a second? We also have a severe thunderstorm watch that just went out. We haven't been able to get it on social media yet. That goes until 11 o'clock for the entire region. I want to touch on that real fast while we're getting switched over there. And we'll continue to kind of track this here as we head deeper into it. So again, tornado warning until 5 o'clock while we're getting switched over here. Here we go. There we go. So until 5 o'clock for Pulaski County, we're going to zoom back in on that sail here. So if you are in Somerset proper, get into your safe spot right now. Do not delay. Do not wait. This storm is approaching you rapidly. It's going to be on your doorstep here in just a few minutes. And even if there is not a confirmed tornado with this, we're going to be seeing conditions that are going to bring hail the size of tennis balls They're coming through western Pulaski County now. They're moving directly towards Somerset. So I'm going to step over this way, and we'll continue to kind of track that for you. But again, it's a situation that is very dangerous at this point, even if there's not a confirmed tornado. Evan, have you got control of radar?
I do.
Can you switch us over to velocity so we can check that out real fast?
I can do that.
Okay. So he's going to switch us over to velocity so we can see where the wind and the air is spinning there across parts of that region. But again, a very dangerous situation. Maybe right here. Take me in a little closer right there, Evan, and we'll see. Because it's hard to kind of see on this angle there, but that's closer. At least the rotating air is getting closer to Somerset there, and you'll see kind of right here is kind of the area of concern. So it's approaching those highways there just outside of Somerset 27, if you know anybody living on 27. If you know anybody living on, is that 924, that road?
Let me make sure. 914.
914 out that way. I believe that's the part of...
Okay, we got Somerset up.
Okay, you got Somerset up. Let's take Somerset real fast on the other computer, Josh.
That'll be max 1.
Max 1.
It's raining. I don't know if that's hail, but it's definitely raining hard in downtown Somerset right now.
We're going to switch back here for just a second to max 1, the other max box there, Josh, if we can. All right, so we'll come back to this, but of course, tennis ball size hail potentially coming right at Somerset, one of the most populated communities in our region. There it is. All right, so here's downtown Somerset. You see the rain falling, but I don't know if we're seeing too much in the way of hail.
Brandon, is your mic up?
I'm not sure. Hold on.
It might have
switched. It might have turned off when you switched over back to the other computer.
Well, while you're doing that,
I think Cameron's going on right now.
Is mine?
Yeah.
All right. So we did.
Through that, Cameron.
All right, so yeah, we got that. No, first of all, nobody should be driving, and too much traffic going on in downtown Somerset. So if you know anybody in Somerset, there is a tornado warning in effect, and they need to be off the road at the nearest store, the nearest gas station, restaurant, anything like that. That offers more shelter than a car. So you don't want to be in a car, you don't want to be in a mobile home. This is a live look from downtown Somerset. Not only are we tracking a possible tornado, but we're also tracking possibly some large hail, up to tennis ball sized hail in downtown Somerset. Let's pull back to that radar real quick, and you can see.
Actually, if you want to keep that camera up, well, we'll go back to that.
So there's that hail core though. I mean, it's coming right into downtown.
So here you go, folks. This is, again, we've not seen any confirmed tornado action, but look at this. Wow. Look at this hail. I mean, this is huge hail, possibly tennis ball size or bigger, and it's heading right for Somerset. So you need to be inside.
Like that's Highway 80 right now. So
okay.
It's on top of Highway 80.
So it's basically going past Somerset there on Highway 80. So again, 2.2 is what you just clicked on there.
Yeah.
We've had reports of tennis ball size
area.
Yeah. So again, this is a very dangerous situation there. So if you know anybody west of Somerset, even if it's not Somerset proper, get them into a shelter. Tornado warning until 5. Hail the size of tennis balls. Back to velocity there just a little bit. Evan, correct me if I'm wrong, but it looks like that's getting a bit more broad on the rotation.
It does look like it. Yes, Brandon, I'm sorry. I've got a couple sources up here. Let me switch back to, I'm on my laptop, so I've got access to both weather computers. Let me switch to the other one.
There you go.
Plus, I had radar scope on mine. Yes, the rotation in that storm is looking more broad, and that sounds like we've got an update somewhere on the...
What you got, Cameron?
This is from MRX.
Oh, okay. So anything new, like warning-wise?
No.
Okay.
No, but we do have a train spotter report in Somerset of 0.7 of an inch size hail.
Oh, wow.
It's just less. It's not severe, but that is still
getting close.
Large hail.
Exactly.
There's another.
They're going to continue the tornado warning until 5 o'clock.
Okay.
So it's still in effect.
This warning, it's tightened back up just a little bit. This storm is trying to cycle just a little bit. So again, the tornado is a concern. Obviously, that looks like they've trimmed back the warning just a little bit there. It looks like on the update. So again, if you're in Nancy and west of Nancy there out toward 761, you should be clear from the tornado threat. Not necessarily the hail threat, but the tornado threat. Somerset, this is bearing down on you. So we've got 914 here. We've got 27. We've got 192 back over here, back over toward Laurel County. So if you're in Somerset proper, get in your safe spot. Downstairs, under something sturdy. You don't want to be outside because you've got not only the tornado threat, you've got the hail threat as well. And we're seeing the possibility for these hail systems, those hail cores, to be up to about 2.5 inches or bigger, which is tennis ball size hail. Live look there at Somerset downtown. We hope we can keep this camera as long as we can. Look at the wind that's blowing the fountain. It's kind of pushing it over this. Look at the trees as well. So this is a strong gust coming into downtown Somerset right now. This is ahead of the warm part of the storm. So if you're already seeing this, get off of the roads. If you're downtown, get off of the roads, get to shelter right now. This is a dangerous situation. Please get to shelter as soon as you can. We don't want to see anybody driving out there, but look at the water off of the fountain. Look at the trees. So again, we're just going to keep watching this. If you got anybody that you know that's driving down there, call them. Say, get to shelter right now. Tornado warning.
Some ponding on the road too, so that's another danger that we run into.
Exactly. So tornado warning continues till 5. Somerset, you're right in the path of this. The rotation tightening back up a little bit. You've got tennis ball size hail coming at you. Okay, so again, this is a situation that is very, very dangerous. So again,
you want to hold it here? You want to go back to radar?
Let's go back to radar for just a second because I want to see kind of this approach on Somerset there proper. We'll take you back to that camera once it gets a little bit closer. And you see crossing 914, the hail core is at least. So Somerset, you've got just a second. Put a track on that camera. I'm going to step out there real quick just to kind of give us.
Looks like they bumped the time back up to 30, so let me update that one more time.
Okay, so we're going to put another track on it. Somerset, you've got minutes. If the last track holds true, you've got minutes to get into your shelter.
I'm going to do the hail core on that. Off to the east around 30, so yeah, about 5 minutes, if that.
So Somerset, get off of the roads, get into a sturdy building. We're not even talking about tornado right now. We're talking about tennis ball size hail, which is just as dangerous in this situation. Can damage cars, can break windshields. I mean, it can damage roofs on your houses. So again, you've got to be very careful with this one. So Somerset, about 4:57, which is about 4 minutes, a little more than 4 minutes from here. Shottville, another populated community on the eastern edge there of Pulaski County. You've got until about 5:14. This tornado warning goes until 5, so we're going to continue to watch this and keep a very close eye on it. Evan, anything you want to throw in real quick?
It doesn't look like the velocity heading toward downtown Somerset would indicate to me that there's anything getting ready to touch down.
Right.
But I am watching that area just south of Oil Center, which is just east of Nancy.
Right
here. There. You're pointing it out there, Brandon. I'm keeping a close eye on that because sometimes you can get these quick spin-ups. But I think this is more of a situation.
Oh, wow. Click on the red there. Let me see how big that hail is.
Let's see.
That's, okay. 2.8, so that is bigger
They're going to be extending the tornado warning further east in a few moments, so just a heads up there.
Okay, so Laurel County heads up.
Almost 3 inches according to the radar.
Okay,
and we just got a report from a train spotter of hail to at least an inch.
Okay,
Somerset,
so Somerset proper is now reporting an inch size hail. That makes it severe hail in Somerset.
Yep.
Okay, new warnings coming.
There it is for Pulaski. For, I guess, eastern Pulaski.
Okay, so they just expanded it out a little bit east. Did they take it into Laurel County at all?
No.
Okay, so it's going right up to the Laurel County line here, but it's not. This does not include Laurel County just yet. So how long does that go to now?
5:30.
Okay, tornado warning until 5:30. This includes the city of Somerset. That includes parts of Shottville. It actually is. Does it take in Burnside now? The new tornado warning?
It's on the edge. It's on the southern edge.
So close to Burns. Okay, I see the polygon now. Yeah. So again, if you live between Somerset and London on the Hal Rogers Parkway, shelter now. Huge hail coming at you.
Yeah, along Highway 27. So really nobody should be driving on Highway 27 from Science Hill to Burnside, in between those two areas.
Right.
In downtown Somerset, you should be sheltered from a tornado, also from large hail.
Right.
Let's go back to that
So
camera
go back
for
to
a
the
second,
camera there
Brandon,
for a
and
second.
see if we can see anything coming into downtown. That'll take a few moments to load up here.
Okay, so it looks
like the wind has calmed a little bit, but
that doesn't mean anything because again, sometimes the winds will calm down before the hail core moves in. Let's see. I'm trying to watch the fountain here to see if we see any water bouncing in the fountain there. It's hard to tell, but the wind has calmed down. Again, do not let your guard down, Somerset. You're still right in the thick of it till 5:30 this afternoon. So we're going to continue to watch that. One of the region's most populated cities. So we're going to continue to keep an eye on this for you here. Wind picking back up there just a little bit. Looks like either some small hail or maybe some increasing hail there. I know the hail core is moving towards Somerset. So you've got a double threat here, Somerset. You have massive hail, tennis ball size or bigger hail, and then you have the tornado warning. So you definitely need to be inside shelter. I'm glad to see the cars have taken a little bit of a break there downtown Somerset. So we're not seeing those. That's great. Get inside, stay inside till this warning clears, okay? Make sure that you're doing that. And back to radar, we see again, we're looking at the hail core. I think it's gotten
a nod as defined.
It's right. It was. I'm sure it was huge back out there in western Pulaski County.
Yeah, they've got rid of the first one, but they're going to continue the second.
So they're going to continue the second one until 5:30. Okay, so still a tornado warning in effect. This more Somerset's coming up on you right now, but this includes parts of eastern Pulaski County. Looks like
the rotation will be right on top of Somerset.
Yeah, just to the south. Regardless of where the rotation is, get into a shelter, underground, under something, or along something. In a building that's sturdy, got a shelter in there. Sorry, words getting jumbled up here. Got a lot of thoughts going on. Downstairs is best. Okay, under something sturdy. In a sheltered place that's away from windows. Basement is absolutely the best place, okay? So again, if you're near Somerset, in Somerset, dual threats here along US 27. So if you know anybody traveling along US 27, get them inside right now.
Let's see what that hail looks like now. It's still there.
It's still there, but it's a little bit closer to Oak Hill.
That purple would be about 2 inches.
So about 2-inch hail. So a little bit less than tennis ball size, but still pretty big. So again, continue to monitor that. Evan.
Oh, I was going to say 2 inches is about hen egg size.
Hen egg size for 2 inches. So there
definitely going to do some damage, but it's not as damaging as tennis ball size. But that's still, you don't see hen egg size hail every day. Actually, we saw it a few weeks ago here in not far from downtown Hazard.
Right.
And we had that supercell move through a few weeks ago. But the look at the Somerset camera now looks like just heavy rain at this point.
Yeah, but again, do not let your guard down. They've extended this tornado warning for Somerset and areas east until 5:30. We're going to keep watching this very carefully. So Laurel County, if they decide to extend it further, you're next. So again, that's London, that's East Bernstein, that's areas.
Looks like we may have lost that camera.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I see. The feed must have went down. So they may have lost power in downtown Somerset. Okay. But we were able to see some pretty good coverage on that, especially with the wind as it was approaching. We'll try to go back to that a little bit later. So, again, maybe some power outages down that way. It wouldn't surprise me in the least. So, again, make sure you're staying off the roads. Now, heavy rain. Some hail, still a possibility, still some kind of broad rotation there just south of Somerset and going into Somerset proper. So if you live on 27, basically just north of Somerset, all the way down to Burnside, basically, again, shelter in place. Don't be outside. Somerset, it's on top of you right now. So it's moving through the city as we speak. They may have lost power out there. So again, send those reports in as easy or as much as you can there over to the Ruth community, 507, just a few minutes, Piney Grove at 511, back over toward Squibb around 5:30. So that's the end of the tornado warning, at least for Pulaski County. We'll see if it gets extended further into Laurel County at a little bit. So I tell you what, Cameron, let's do a little loop over the last couple hours just to show these storms kind of how they've been rolling through, okay? We'll zoom back out just a little bit, and we'll show you kind of the progression of these. These blew up this afternoon into what we're looking at right now. So we'll continue to watch, again, some severe thunderstorm warnings down to the south. Now, I haven't forgot about Wayne and Mercure counties. They're still under a severe thunderstorm warning, but no tornado possible tag. I do believe there's also another severe thunderstorm warning in Pulaski County, correct?
Yes, that is, sorry to cut you off there, Cameron. That was just issued a minute ago because that original severe thunderstorm warning was expiring.
Oh, the tornado warning expired, and then they put the severe thunderstorm warning in place.
Yes, so we got kind of both there. So we're kind of overlapping because this storm is moving so slow. The Weather Service is overlapping the warnings because we've got the one warning that's going to expire at 5 o'clock and another severe thunderstorm warning that's going to expire at 5 o'clock. They've reissued a severe thunderstorm warning for Somerset on eastward for the possibility. This one was warned for ping pong ball size hail.
Okay, so, but hail and wind and tornado possible all in basically the threat level for today, for Pulaski County at least.
Right, and I would say at this point, I don't see anything. We still have the rotation in the storm to be sure, but I would say the hail at this moment is probably the bigger threat at this time as that continues. It's right on top of downtown, and that's going to be moving between 192 and Highway 80. Basically very close to, well, I had it there, just one second. Basically between Highway 80 and they're just to the south of Highway 80 as that continues to the north and east.
Yeah, exactly. Right around US 27, just south of the main part of town there, down into, what is that community?
This is pretty close to the Lake Cumberland Regional Airport over in Somerset. So that hail core is.
So basically your hail core is just
severe thunderstorm warning for Jackson, Laurel, Rockcastle.
Okay. Tornado possible or no?
No.
Okay, so just a regular severe thunderstorm warning. So again, strong winds coming towards you. This hail core, basically if you're just south of Somerset, Somerset on 27, all the way down to Bourbon there. That's the area we're seeing the biggest hail at this point. Ferguson, you're now getting ready to see this hail core over there in Pulaski County. But again, anywhere in eastern Pulaski County, it's going to scoop past Somerset here in just a second. Let's reset for just a minute. It's 5 o'clock, just after 5 o'clock. I'm WYMT Chief Forecaster Brandon Robinson, along with meteorologist Evan Hatter and Cameron Aaron, tracking severe weather on the air here for you this afternoon in southern Kentucky. So again, we've got tornado warnings out till 5:30 for Pulaski County. New severe thunderstorm warning for parts. Which counties again there, Cameron?
Jackson, Laurel, Rockcastle.
Until 5:30?
Yes.
So again, we've got multiple severe thunderstorm warnings going on, but we're watching this cell that has had well, it's not been proven, but we've gotten reports of some decent sized hail just west of Somerset coming into Somerset proper. And again, we had at one point tennis ball sized hail falling in the western parts of the county down to about, what is 1 inch?
About
Evan?
a quarter.
Quarter?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, right there, not too bad. It's getting better. I'm not going to say it's not too bad, but that can still cause damage when it's kind of that large. So again, just kind of be aware of that. Rotation, not looking as well defined. If we want to switch back over to that, actually, matter of fact, it's kind of drifting apart, but it's still right there on top of Somerset.
It's pretty broad.
Yeah,
that's the good news.
Broadening out, so that's good news. But again, you're still under this tornado warning until 5:30. National Weather Service Jackson pushed it out for a little while longer. Hopefully, we lost our Somerset camera downtown. There may be a power outage out there or two.
We got it back.
Oh, did you get it back?
I'm just checking to see.
Okay, we're going to see if we got that back or not.
While he's doing that, I want to point out the severe
Yep.
yeah, it's back. The severe thunderstorm warning that was put in place for parts of Rockcastle, Jackson, and Laurel County. This is the northern part of Laurel County and the southwestern part of Jackson County. It's for a storm that's on top of Mount Vernon right now that's got the potential for 60-mile-per-hour winds and hail to the size of quarters. So that's a different storm pushing across Interstate 75 right now. So that's going to continue to push across Interstate 75. It's near Mount Vernon right now. In its sights is McKee. So folks in Laurel County, you may be, seeing the alert on your phone, severe thunderstorm warning for my location. This is well north of London. This is well north of East Bernstadt, and we will continue to see that push to the east at, let me check the speed on that one. That is going to be... this one actually is for 60-mile-per-hour winds, and I was wrong. Hail to the size of nickels, not quarters, 0.88 inches.
Okay.
And that one is moving east at 40. So I think this is something, Cameron's highlighting it now. I think this is something we're going to see as we head through the evening. These storm clusters are just kind of cluster up, and in that scenario, you can get a brief spin-up tornado. But the biggest threat, and one we've been highlighting all morning, is the potential for damaging winds in excess of 60 miles per hour, and that's what you get when you get these big storm clusters.
So there's the Mount Vernon, Cameron. We just got that pulled up. Thank you, Cameron, for thinking ahead of us there. We're looking at some heavy rain, some pretty strong winds out there. We're continuing to watch that as well, and we'll continue to see some possibilities for some hail. So that's one of the shots that we have kind of looking again to the I think that's the southbound camera. Or is that the northbound camera at 75?
I'm actually not sure which one's which.
I think that's the northbound camera, because the southbound camera, that might be the southbound camera. Anyway, regardless, it's on I-75 right there near Mount Vernon. But again,
they continued that tornado warning until 5:30, but really rotation is very, very broad.
I think they're just playing it safe at this point, which is a smart thing. So stay in your tornado shelters until we give you the all clear. Eastern Pulaski County, again, if you're in basically along the Howard Rogers Parkway heading toward London. I think that's the best way to do it, or just south of that. We'll say to be in your safe spot until we give you the all clear. Downstairs, basement is best, under something sturdy. Make sure you're putting as much between you and the outside as possible. Make sure that you're taking all those precautions. Now, if you live in a mobile home and you've got this coming at you, find somewhere else to be. Mobile homes are not safe when it comes to tornado warnings and severe warnings out there. So again, find somewhere else. The good news is, and don't take what I'm getting ready to say to heart or to as gospel. The rotation starting to broaden out just a little bit. So again, we're not ready to give the all clear to Somerset just yet. They had some pretty good hail coming through there earlier. Torrential rain still coming down, probably some stronger winds, but it's getting closer. The hail core has definitely shrunk quite a bit there, just south of Somerset. So again, still under the threat for severe weather, and we're just getting started.
Back this up a little bit. You can see where that really large hail.
So just south of Nancy.
Just south of Nancy.
Yeah. So basically, east of Norfleet, south of Nancy, all the way up. It literally almost come up to Somerset's doorstop, and then kind of fell apart there. Again, Evan, what'd you say? 1 inch hail reported in Somerset?
There was a 1 inch report in Somerset, yes, and off of radar estimates near 3. That's
that dark maroon color is 3 inches.
So what's the equivalent on that one? Because it's got to be bigger than tennis ball.
Yeah.
Evans, our
I want to say
resident hail
baseball,
expert.
possibly baseball.
3 inches is bigger than baseball.
Okay, so I mean think about a baseball. Put a baseball in your hand. I'll kind of hold it to the side so you can kind of see. But think about a baseball. Think about how big that hail was that would come over parts of Pulaski County just south of Nancy. So that was massive. Chipola, probably getting some hail damage over that way. So again, the worst of the storm trending to the east. So basically between Shopville and down toward Mount Victory, which I believe is close to the Rockcastle County line, or that might be on
The Laurel County line.
Yeah, the Laurel County line. That's right. But the Rockcastle County line is up that way. Sorry about that, folks. But again, we're looking again at those areas kind of included in all that. But still, heavy rain. Possibility for a tornado. Rotation has gotten a little bit broader, which is a good thing, but don't let your guard down just yet. We've got about a little less than 30 minutes left on this tornado warning, about 24 minutes, actually about 25 minutes, or 26 minutes. Nope, other way, 23 minutes. I'll get it right here in a second. A little bit of rotation trying to show up near Mount Vernon. They are not under a tornado warning. They are not under a severe thunderstorm warning with a tornado possible tag. They're not under the possible tag, but they're under severe thunderstorm warning. So again, be careful if you're near Mount Vernon. Maybe go ahead and take your shelter right now. So again, that severe thunderstorm warning, no tornado possible tag for Rockcastle, Jackson, and northern parts of Laurel. It does not include East Bernstadt, does not include the city of London. Goes until 5:30. Tornado warning for eastern Pulaski County, Somerset and east, basically until 5:30 as well. And also have a concurrent severe thunderstorm warning that kind of overlaps some of the areas like Shopville, back down toward, actually, I think Mount Victory's in the tornado warning. It's just kind of cut off just to the north there. The severe thunderstorm warning that also goes till 5:30. So 5:30 is the wrap up for all of this right now.
I would be surprised if this goes to 5:30.
Yeah,
the
so
way it looks on radar.
It's starting to fall apart a little bit. Again, continue to take your safety precautions for now. We'll keep you posted as we get a little bit more information here and here. But again, tornado warning still in effect until 5:30 for portions of Somerset and eastern Pulaski County. But the bulk of this looks to have moved past Somerset at this point into eastern Pulaski County. So we'll keep an eye on it. If you're traveling along the Howard Rogers Parkway between Somerset and London, pull over, get off of the road if you can, find a sturdy shelter. All right, what's the new update there?
Just people talking in Louisville's chat.
Just chatting. Okay, all right. So again, this is the information we have currently. Let's take another look at velocity, just to kind of confirm what we already kind of know. Broadening out real quick, what do you think, guys? You think that's anything south of Somerset, or is that just a little bit of clutter, a little noise?
I think that's either going to be some heavy wind with that moving through, or perhaps the radar picking up on some of the downward velocity of that hail. But I think what we're seeing here from a storm structure perspective is the line, the cluster is kind of catching up with that individual cell.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about now.
And kind of taking away all the energy that it had.
Right, exactly. Did I just see an update on the radar?
Casey County is just to our border, right? They have trees down in that, over in Casey County. The tornado warning has been canceled.
Okay, I thought I saw the box go away, but that confirms it. So the tornado warning is over. Severe thunderstorm warning goes until 5:30. And then again, we've had reports out of this system. Let's broaden out real quick, since the tornado warning is gone, and show you. Matter of fact, just keep this map up. So we'll highlight this. All the way basically to the border, you're still under a severe thunderstorm watch until 11 o'clock tonight. So we're just now getting started with all this. That includes parts of East Tennessee. That includes basically everybody that's in that yellow shaded box. Okay, that goes until 11 o'clock tonight. That cuts off just south of I-64. So Rowan County not included, Elliott County not included, of course, Lawrence County. As a matter of fact, Pike County and Floyd County, not yet anyway. They expect the storms as they get a little further east to start to lose some of their punch. I'd say that's probably why they didn't put those eastern counties there in the severe thunderstorm watch. So basically, let's say Magoffin, not Letcher, west in Kentucky until 11 o'clock. I expect to see some of those to the west being chipped off of those pretty soon here too. And then Lee County and Campbell County and Claiborne County in southwest Virginia and East Tennessee also until 11 o'clock. So let's go back to radar. And we'll just take a loop, show you how this kind of developed today. All right, kind of give you a setup there. So, of course, severe thunderstorm warnings ongoing for a couple of different counties: Pulaski, Jackson, Rockcastle, and Northern Laurel until 5:30. Keeping an eye on those for you. We've got one just across the border there, another cell trying to fire up in East Tennessee. But you see, they went from nothing to basically a cluster and these still have to move across eastern Kentucky. Now, I don't know what we've had for air. I know it was a little bit warm here earlier. It's very humid out there, I can tell you that. So if you saw any sunshine today, that's only going to help fuel thunderstorm development. So we're keeping a very close eye on the areas that are still under that watch. Latest update from the SPC came out at 4 o'clock. Don't know if they'll do another one today because basically 4 o'clock is the latest. Evan, do you have something?
I think it's at 8.
At 8?
Okay. 8 or 9.
Okay, so one more update, but at that point, maybe these storms will be gone at that point. But again, for right now, the worst of the action was back out, and we saw that with the large hail and the tornado warnings to the west, level 3 out of 5, level 2 out of 5 in the yellow counties there. That takes us basically all the way to Pikeville, and then the expanded risk goes all across our region into West Virginia and Virginia as well. So we're going to step away for now, since all the tornado warnings have expired. We know there's been damage with this. We know there's been large hail, but we're going to return you to a regular. Go ahead, Evan, you got something?
No, I was just going to.
We're going to return to regular programming for now, and we'll be back with you if we need to throughout the afternoon and the evening.